Hello and welcome to our very first episode of Not Mainstream. I am your host, Zach, and today we're looking at one of my favorite films of last year, Jules.
Oh my. A UFO has crashed in my backyard, has taken out my azaleas, and destroyed my bird bath.
When you talk like that, it makes them all take us less seriously.
Did you just say UFO?
Jules is a film that came out in August of last year, starring Ben Kingsley, Jane Curtin, and Harriet Sansom Harris. Ben Kingsley, the star of the show, plays Milton, a 79-year-old widower living on his own in Pennsylvania. One night, a UFO crashes into his backyard, and a small, frankly adorable-looking alien crawls out to greet him. After calling the police and his daughter for help to no avail, Milton brings the alien into his home and treats him as a house guest. I mean, who wouldn't? Sandy, a friend of Milton's, suddenly stops by and discovers the alien, and so does the annoying neighbor Joyce. The group argue over naming this alien and finally come to the name and the name of the film, Jules.
I had a feeling you weren't lying. I knew you were slipping, but not that fast.
Why were you spying on us?
Thought it was odd, the two of you hanging out together.
You shouldn't have spied on us.
His eyes are so understanding.
Did I mention that Jules doesn't talk and only eats apples? Jules starts to repair its ship, and meanwhile, the government caught the spaceship on their radar and is actively hunting for it. Now, this was not a huge movie. It grossed about $1.9 million in the box office and was pretty hard to find in theaters. I was super lucky that it was playing at my local theater for a couple of nights and I was able to see it. This film was directed by Mark Turteltaub, who's known for 2013's God's Behaving Badly and 2018's Puzzle. Bleecker Street, a heavy hitter media distributor known for films like Beasts of No Nation, The Lost City of Z, and Golda, ended up acquiring the film. Jules currently has an 85% critic Rotten Tomatoes score and a 90% audience score, and I've got to agree with both of them.
This is the bathroom. You got hot water, cold. If the hot doesn't come out right away, just give it a minute. Here's where you do your business. There's things to read if it takes a while. This is the guest bedroom. If you need to stay the night, this is where you'll sleep. It was a gift.
This film comes in my top 5 films of 2023, which is extremely difficult with all of the heavy hitters that came out last year. Why? This film was unique. It was fun, and that was really it. This film was kind of like a story that you would tell a child before bed. Funny, fantastical, not trying to teach you something. It wasn't pushing an agenda. It was a film made for fun, laughter, and good storytelling. I really feel like you don't get that often nowadays.
This is Sandy. She's an acquaintance of mine.
Milton, what is this?
This is an alien from space, I suppose.
It was refreshing to see an indie comedy that didn't reach for your attention. The plot and circumstances, putting an alien in the middle of a bunch of old people and seeing what happens is funny enough. And the filmmakers, they understood that. So many movies that I have seen reach so far for their comedy, which makes them often painful to watch. The acting of Jules, the writing of Jules, and the character development was so well thought out that you couldn't help but laugh with the characters. You couldn't help but relate to what they were going through, although an alien crashed in the backyard. And you really couldn't help but keep your eyes glued to the screen because you wanted to be there for every second of the film. I would run, not walk, to see Jules. This was one of those special films that I will remember for a very long time, and I would recommend it to absolutely everyone. If you're feeling happy, if you're feeling sad, if you've got a headache, if you're cold, if it's snowy, watch Jules. Jules is now streaming on Paramount Plus and Showtime. You can also get it on Vudu and Prime Video. Please let me know what you think of this film in the comments. It was absolutely one of my favorite films of last year, and I can't believe that not more people know about it. I will see you next week with another movie review. I hope you have a wonderful week. This has been Zach with Not Mainstream.